Have you ever had a personal Jesus in your life?
I mean, Kyle, like my buddy Kyle, like he's always been there for me.
My best friend.
Talk to me about that a little bit.
Well, I met my best friend when I was 15 years old. I didn't have a real good upbringing, so I always chased for that love in all the wrong places. And if I could say anything about me meeting him, it was the first time I've ever met someone that didn't want something in return from me, for my love. He just wanted my love.
Love is when you go that extra mile and you show kindness and you care. Love never fails. It's always going to win in the end. Man.
When me and him graduated high school, I left and went and played college basketball. And I kind of left him for a little while.
I was at home just by myself. I just felt like I needed to be alone and isolated myself, basically.
And as I came back, I seen the state that he was kind of in, He was hanging around with the wrong crowds. He was doing the wrong things. And I felt like, how we were before I left school and how he is now is just these two totally different people, and I just couldn't see that anymore.
I started hanging out with him, and we had fun. We kind of like made a little road trip. He was up there in Muskogee, Oklahoma, going to college. And he's like, man, just come go with me up there. That was a turning point in my life where, I stopped hanging out with those people and getting into trouble, and getting arrested, and all the other things.
Come around maybe 7, 8 years later, I was at work one day, and I used to work at a shipyard, and I had real bad headaches, and I almost fainted, and I caught myself on the rail going up on the ship. Wound up going to the emergency room and trying to figure out why, I felt so dizzy and my headache was hurting so bad.
And he called me. He said, man, I'm in the hospital. So what hospital are you at? He told me. I went up there, and it was like a dream, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't seem real when they told him.
I found out that I'm stage 5 kidney failure. So they technically gave me 18 months to live if I didn't find a kidney. I remember like it was yesterday, actually. The thought of leaving her, at the time it was only my first daughter, so I just couldn't imagine leaving her in this world without me. It was probably maybe a month or two later. I was trying to get better, and better myself, and I was real depressed, and he had seen, my body deteriorate because I was probably about 185, 190 pounds like I am now, and I got down to like 150. Yeah. And then during this process, he just come over to my house one day and picked me up because he seen I was so depressed, and we went, riding around talking. And he's telling me, man, I want to try to do something. And do I even want him to, It's a big deal, you know what I mean? It's, you donate somebody a organ, He could have complications, surgery could go wrong. I guess I was overwhelmed with emotions of, do I want him to, or I'm so happy that he asked me to, my best friend's gonna donate me a kidney. And it's like I said, it's just, I said, yeah. I said, let's find out.
I did a biopsy on my kidney, and it was a perfect match for him. I said, well, bud, there's your answer right there.
I don't know, like it was just meant to be, you know what I mean?
I felt like that's what God wanted me to do. Kind of like that saying kept ringing in my head that no greater love
for a man than to lay down his life for his friend. So from the time I was sick on February 1st, June 2nd, I had a kidney transplant. So in the span of 5 months, I had a kidney transplant from my best friend.
A real friend is somebody that I'll go that extra mile with you.
It's someone, like he said, that you can depend on, and you can't depend on anyone else. when you can love someone and they can love you back unconditionally, would be my best description of it.